You know, this old Martin's been laying upstairs in Victor's little apartment up there, I don't know, for months now. And one thing about these old Martins, well, they'll stay in tune. Oh, please release me, let me go, for I don't love you anymore. To waste our lives would be a sin. Release me and let me love again. Hey, I don't think I have much of a video for you this week. You know, there's a little button down on the bottom. You can just click off of it anytime if you get bored. I don't know. I think I might have captured a little bit of footage here and there. Nothing major going on, but do have one thing to report. My friend Bob, who sold me that Rambler, the Ambassador. He's made a decision to sell, I think, the one that's probably dearest to his heart, which kind of has to be tough for him, but he's not able physically to do the rest of the work on this car. But he's the kind of guy that he'd rather give up his pride and joy than to see it sit there and not get finished. He'd rather somebody take it and go ahead and finish it out than to just have it sit there. So he's a good man. Anyway, this car, I'm going to go back through my videos and see if I can find. I don't think I have any real recent footage of it. I know there's some footage of it way back 5-6 years ago when he was still building it, but it's come a long way since then. I'll just say this about it and then I'll shut up. He's done a lot of the hard work. Most of the hard work's done. He's taken this 1951 Rambler Wagon, and what that is, I'll put some pictures of it so you'll know what it is, but it's the mid-size Rambler. It was, at that time, it was still called a Nash Rambler. And it's not the Metropolitan, not the little feller, and not the bathtub, not the big feller, but in the middle feller. And it's a little two-door wagon. He's of the belief that they only made 1,500 of them that year. And it's a little wagon, not a panel, has the windows. So pretty sought-after rig. I've seen them at car shows, and they're pretty neat when they're fixed up. It absolutely perfectly fits on an S10 chassis, and that's what he did. He set it on an S10. That's what I mean by the hard work's done. He's got it mounted on the chassis, kept the little 4.3 in it, be a nice little economic cruiser. So he's got the metal work done. It runs and drives. He's got it to the point where it's ready for paint and interior. So I just thought I'd throw that out there. I'm gonna post a few pictures of these cars and what they are, what they can be. And he's asking $5,000 for it, which I don't think is unreasonable for the point where he has it right now. I will put his I'll put his information in the description right down here below, right below this video, right down here. I'll put his email there. So, you know, he don't really need any looky-loos and tire kickers. I mean, it's okay to ask questions. He's happy to answer them. But if you're not serious, don't bug him about it, you know. But if you're seriously interested in this car, he'll talk to you about it and he'll answer your questions. So if you think you might be seriously interested in taking on this project and finishing it out and taking it where it needs to go, shoot him an email, and you guys can go from there. I don't need to be involved in it. So I'll just get on with it. I'll go dig around in my videos and see what I can find, and throw it up there for you guys to take a look at, along with some other nonsense. And I did run across a really cool car this week. I was came up behind this Dodge pickup. I said car, I mean pickup. Came up behind this truck, and I go, man, that thing's straight. Boy, look at the patina on that. Well, then I realized that I know the guy, so I started he finally, I kept giving him a thumbs up through the window and everything. He didn't respond. And I finally called out the window to him and said, "Hey, Brad, pull that thing over." And so he whipped in, and I got some pictures of it, and I'll throw that. I'll throw those pictures in there. It's a really nice truck, and there may be more to that story later on. We'll see. Her lips are warm, walls are cold. Release me, my darling, let me go. Then we've got the 51 Rambler, and there's the grill up there. 51 Rambler wagon, two-door wagon. What a cutie. And he's mounted this on an S10 frame.
Yeah, 96 S10 frame.
Which has the computer, which was a bugger to get figured out, wasn't it?
It was.
When there was a pin broken or bent in the harness, and boy, we looked and looked and looked. Figure out what was going on with that. But this is going to be a
one wire.
Nice little rig. Nice little driver. You're going to make that hinge to the front like the Pacer? So you got the little 4.3 in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
4.3, 96.
Yeah. It's a 350 with the two back cylinders chopped off. And boy, it fit in there just perfect, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
That is really good. And that gives you your power brakes and power steering.
Those are off of a Chevy Gia. Or a Chevy Geo.
What is the, oh really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Because the S10 was too big. It's
oh,
there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
they were way too big. So this was off of a Chevy Geo.
Okay.
And they're hooked up and
yeah.
ready
yeah.
to go.
Well, you're not too far away on this.
No,
I
it
mean,
runs. Now,
yeah.
I mean, I can put it in gear and drive it out of here.
Yeah. Yeah. What's that transmission? That's is that a 4-speed 700 R4 probably?
No, it's the electronic one in the S10. I don't remember the name and number of it. Yeah, but it's the next one above the 400.
Oh, I'm not.
But it's electronic.
Okay.
That was part of the thing, part of the computer.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It had to be wired in too.
Yeah, to make your transmission work. That's right. That's right. I remember that now. And the steering column and everything fit up real nice,
That's
didn't
all
it?
S10. Yeah, that's how that.
Huh. Okay. Well, I'm gonna shut this camera off, and then I'm gonna take a look at how you attach this body, because I'm thinking real seriously about putting a green bean on a chassis like this and getting rid of that old front end. Works. It's so wore out and won't take grease, and brakes are bad. And all right. I've got some cool stuff. A little Rambler wagon, or Nash wagon. I guess it was a Nash. Yeah. I went in and ordered a flex hose for that. Pretty hard to find because it's 1 inch on one end for that little electric water pump, and then it's 1.25 inches on the top end for that little tiny 1931 water pump housing. Hose is about 1 inch too long, but it's the only one I could get. It'll be just fine. Better than what I had. I don't know if this is in frame or not, I hope so. But this has got the old grease caps. This is a wonderful design. You put grease in there, and instead of having to use a grease gun, you just give it a little turn once in a while. Turn it down a little bit, and it pushes a little grease in. So periodically you take those off and fill them up with grease. I remember when I was a kid seeing them on tractors quite a bit. And you know, it works just fine. That one needs to be, you know, lubed up a little. But speaking of grease, but there's no guts in there anyway. It was not working, wore out, and I didn't want any heating problems, and I don't have any. Okay, let's shoot a little antifreeze in this thing and put a battery in it and see about starting it up and letting it percolate and circulate a little bit. I like the full strength stuff. I don't like that half and half. That's what you're supposed to put in your coffee. Kind of dark back here under this shed, isn't it? Was up earlier today delivering another squirrel, and I was standing out in front of the shop. I had that Rambler running, and he pulled in, and I said, "I just listened to some music in stereo." He said, "Oh, I understand. That dual exhaust is music to my ears." All right. Good night, kids. That pretty well does it, I think. I still got to cover them up. I got some car covers. Poor old Jimmy, he has to live outside, but he's tough. He likes the great outdoors, man. Hey, Joshy, are you a pretty good boy? Huh? You're getting to be a pretty good boy, aren't you? Yeah, you weren't too nice when I got you. You're kind of a little butthead when I got you. But you're getting better. You'll never take the place of old Sparky, but you don't have to. You've got your own place in my heart now. Okay? You're all right. Yeah. You're all right. You got your own personality. You gonna eat my hat? You are something.